Hello, welcome to Drops of Jupiter Tarot. I'm Jane Drops. My apologies for not going live tonight. I've just been facing a few things. But I thought I'd still come on just to apologise and also say I'll be back on Saturday. And I thought I'd do a Why Are We Here reading. So, spirits, by the power of 3, keep negative energy and negative vibes away from me. Let's get in. Why are we here? Queen of Swords. Self-worth. Truthful. Swords are thoughts and actions. So, Queen of Swords. One more, please. Why are we here? Good old Knight of Swords. Right, so this is something to do with your thoughts. Yeah, thoughts to do with the past. Yeah. Oh. Past conflict and past betrayal. Yeah. So you had to... The Queen of Swords, yeah, we'll say that. Yeah, so... Queen of Swords, as an ally, a firm ally, puts herself, her own interests first, usually denotes a single parent, or a strong independent woman that's in or out of a relationship, yeah? So basically, from the past betrayal, yeah? You had to become a single parent, yeah? Maybe you're back to being a single parent, relationship breakdown, yeah? Gifted, protective of those around you, but quick to praise and challenge. Do you know what I mean? So we'll give good, but we'll also challenge if needs be. Yeah. So you've become independent. Yeah, single mom. Now you've gone within. You're like, right, there's more to this. Do you know what I mean? So you've overcome the heartbreak of the 3 of Swords, which was the betrayal. Yeah. By going within. So 3 swords plus the 1 be the Ace of Swords. So it kind of, at some point, once you've finished contemplating and meditating and resting, recuperating, yeah, it's going to tell you to get up, because there's challenges on the horizon. But as you can see, what's he doing? A knight is the seeker, the one that will go out there and kind of, you know, go-getter, yeah? But basically it's saying, look, you've got a battle that's unavoidable, so that's what you're going into contemplation and meditation for, because you've gone through this, yeah, which has now turned you into an independent, confident woman, yeah, who's willing to call people on their shit. And yeah, again, you've got a obviously that's like the 4 of Swords is also rest after a difficult period, so you could definitely class that as a difficult period. I mean, what have you got behind that? So basically, you put the hard work in. Waiting for it to grow, and then betrayal comes along and kind of blasts you out of the water, which again you overcome by Queen of Swords energy, by being you, independent, decisive. Do you know what I mean? We ain't scared to use the sword. So basically, let wounds heal time to recuperate, time to recover. It's basically called forth all of your reserves of strength. Do you know what I mean? Also, time out from a relationship. Yeah. And like obviously in thoughts, in any other areas, it's just on hold. Yeah, everything's just on hold while you rest and recuperate. Yeah, but be warned that there are challenges on the horizon. Obstacles that need to be overcome. An unavoidable battle if progress is to continue. Yeah. But it also could mean an arrival of Prince Charming charging in on his white horse, eloquent man who hurtles into your life but departs just as quickly. Basically, it's saying balance your emotions. Do you know what I mean? Don't be letting like Mr. Knight in shining armour come and ride off with your common sense. Basically, that is my dog, by the way. Sorry. They're the past ones. That was like on the bottom, so obviously past betrayal, past hurt. You know what I mean? Maybe you need to look at things from a different perspective. If it's all past man coming back. But it could create some anxiety. Anxiety, depression, sleepless nights, worry. Do you know, like that's pretty much it. Do you know what I mean? Can't take no more, just get into that Ten of Swords where it's like one more sword and I'm done, one more sword and I'm out. Or it could be that reason the Knight of Swords, when the Knight of Swords comes in and leaves, that's the energy you're going to be left in. Yes, that's why it's saying think about it. If that past thing comes back in, or even a new one that's showing signs of like Knight of Swords energy, do you know what I mean, where it comes in but goes just as quick. It's like a rapid high, rapid low. You need to be careful of them, that's really what you're kind of looking for. Yeah, balance of all four kings can balance. Could create conflict, inner or outer conflict, external conflict, challenge, competition, but then it's saying stand your ground. Yeah, stand your ground. Could be more defence, in defence, do you know what I mean? Defend your decision. Right? Don't let it cause the anxiety and the depression. Do you know what I mean? One more. Patience. Don't wait. Plant the seed. Let it grow. Move on to the Seven of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles, sorry. Which is skill development. Master whatever it is that you've planted. Yeah? Stand your ground. You've planted the seed. Now wait for it to grow. Yeah? Oh. Diligence, patience, perseverance. Stand your ground. Because you will have a new creative offer or opportunity, or your hard work, standing your ground, will create a new passionate opportunity, a new start with Mr. Stability over there. Yeah. It kind of ties in with the confession energy that I've been getting. It doesn't say that there's a confession coming in, but it's like, obviously, if you've had somebody in the past betray you, you pretty much you'll find that's coming up at some point. But obviously, because you've worked to get yourself out of it, now you're independent, you're going within, you ain't going to have no knight in shining armour come and blast you off your feet and put you back into that. You will stand your ground. Do you know what I mean? Because what you're looking forward to is the long-term investment. You've planted the seed of your financial path, your stability, your growth, your new creative path. Yeah. Passionate. I know what I want, I know where I'm going, and I'm willing to put in the dedication, and I know that it takes time. Slow and steady wins the race. With anything, don't ever rush, you know? Sorry, I had to have some of my coffee then. Yeah, don't rush. Take your time. And maybe the King of Pentacles could be energy that you will be in. Balance, hope. Do you know what I mean? Defending. Making sure that you're looking after you. If you can get through all of this, yeah, that's your payment, yeah, for the ticket in. All 4 queens. Balanced, nurturing, abundant, wealthy, truthful, honest, stand your ground, no nonsense, you know, literally everything. Can't really say any more than that, can you? A very nice ending that was. I'll pull you a soul truth card and see what this is asking you, or what it's trying to enlighten for you when it comes to self-awareness. Yeah. Right. Let's have a look. What do you ask of the collective? What else could this mean? So, there are always multiple ways to look at every situation. Our first reaction is usually rooted in our fears and limiting beliefs. Look at a situation today by stepping outside of the trigger and ask, what else could this mean? Today's soul action. Is there something your soul is calling you to learn in this moment? Or is there a pattern that is ready to be broken? Walk in the other person's shoes and see it from their perspective. If it doesn't involve someone else, ask yourself, how is life happening for me right now? So, remember what I said to you at the beginning about self-worth? That was the next card after the could it mean something else? Yeah. Right. So that's pretty much, well, going back to the beginning, if you've been through a dodgy situation when it comes to betrayal, yeah, you'll probably find this is going to be a lesson in, have you learnt? Are you ready to put your Empress energy in and kick that to the curb so you can stay away from that. You don't have to defend yourself, and you're literally then going to jump straight to concentrating and planting the seed for your own future, for your own stability, for your own, do you know what I mean? But look at it from the other person's point of view. They must have been broken in order to do that in the first place. So have empathy, have understanding, see it from the other person's side, which I do say all the time. There's two people. You can't blame the one person for doing so much, because why did you stick around for so long? Why did you let it get so bad to the point where it's literally torn you to pieces, to the point where you've now, again, had to find your strength and become an independent woman, and tell people, look, I ain't dealing with this no more. You know what I mean? I would rather be single than be with somebody that I can't trust, or, you know, who's showing me behaviour that they don't actually want to be in that relationship. Do you know what I mean? Again, learn in this moment, is there a pattern that is ready to be broken? Do you have a pattern of calling in people who, you know, men who are just like fleeting? Do you know what I mean? Like in and then out. Or are you this? Well, she ain't messing with no knight, is she? She's the Empress. She's waiting for the Emperor. Not a knight. A knight's like the seeker. He'll go charging out there because he's one up from the page. The page is the student. It's only when you get to Queen and King that you're starting to become Master, Queen, Leader, Authority, King. Yeah, you've mastered the cups, you've mastered the swords, you've mastered the wands, you've mastered the pentacles, yeah? Then you start, you got your high priestess, which is your intuition, your spiritual messages, your connection to above. Yeah, you're set to go, so it's your choice. What's your choice? You know? How is life happening for you right now? Ask yourself that question and write down whatever your answer is. Take it from there. And do you believe that you're worthy of more than... I mean, you're a queen. Why would you even entertain the knight? You're one up anyway. You've mastered yours. They're kind of charging ahead with, like, you know, to pull some challenges. If you want to progress, you've got an unavoidable battle that you've got to fight. Yes, okay, it might put you in this anxiety. It might call on you to stand your ground. Might create conflict, competition, challenges. But how can you assert your beliefs and keep perseverance and courage? Because your hard work will pay off. Yeah? You got to be in this energy though. And also, is there something that your soul is calling you to learn in this moment? Or is there a pattern that is ready to be broken? So is there a lesson that you need to learn? Do you need to learn to choose yourself? Instead of going for men that just are going to pop in and pop back out? Yeah? Well, I'm going to go because my light's gone off. So I hope that helped. Good luck. And I will see you guys on Saturday. Please do join. Again, if you'd like to book a private reading and you'd like it to be done on Saturday, please do get your emails in, because it's first come, first served. A lot of you guys who have emailed so far have wanted video recordings. Not too confident about everybody kind of hearing what's going on for them, but that's fine. Well, within your right, I think I'd probably be the same. I actually was. I paid 20 quid and all I got told was, oh, just move on. It's over, move on. That was it. So I was like, oh, okay. Fair enough then. On I move. Right, so I hope that helped. Again, dropsofjupitertarot@gmail.com. Please book your reading. I'll have a time for you on the live if you want it on the live. If not, then we can arrange time. Usually you get it within the next 24 to 48 hours. If you book a reading with Drops of Jupiter Tarot. I do try and get them out within 24 to 48 hours. Obviously, if you need an urgent reading where you need it that day, within 12 hours, it's going to cost a little bit more. But obviously, we can speak about that if you want to drop me an email. So, take care of yourselves. See you on Saturday. Good luck. And sending love and light to each and every one of you. And strength and patience. And all the rest. Good night.